you, John. Chris.
Your coach. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Questions for Coach?
Not a full 60-minute effort, but a lot better response to what she had last night. Sue, do you agree?
Yeah, I would even. I think it was pretty darn close to a 60-minute effort. Maybe the execution wasn't great at times, but our effort was way better tonight. That's the way we have to play to give ourselves a chance.
And what was the biggest part of just coming out with more energy than last night?
Zane, you'd probably have to ask the players that. I think we have a proud bunch of guys, and especially their leadership and those juniors and seniors that they've won some games over the course of their time here. And last night they knew that we didn't give ourselves much of a chance, and they wanted to make it right. And I'll even take it back a step. I'm not sure tonight's game was trying to make last night better. I think tonight's game was trying to wrap our arms around our next opportunity. Let's leave yesterday there and let's learn from it, but let's be all in today. And I thought our guys did that. And we controlled what we could, which was our effort today. We believe as coaches that if that's the effort our team's going to give, then we give ourselves a chance.
You made some switches lineup-wise. What effect do you feel that had today?
They were minor switches, John. What we did was we talked about, do we turn this thing on its ear right now, or do we give guys a chance to respond? That's what we talked about. And we chose the latter. We made one switch up front. The back end was the same. We may have switched the lines up a little bit. I actually thought Sam Craig's brought some energy to us. I think I'm excited to see where his game could go over the course of his time with us. And I thought Ryan Bednar played well, and good for him to get the win. You get a 4-0 lead, and then a couple plays, bang, bang, that he really had no fault of his own. And all of a sudden now you're gripping it a little bit. I think the end of the second period came at a great time, quite honestly. But that's what you get when you play a really good team like Minnesota State. You get a bulldog, and we pinned them in a corner, and they fought, which is what they do. So the changes were maybe shuffling lines or shuffling D pairs, and starting a different goalie. But we gave our people a chance to respond, and we think they did exactly that.
When you mentioned Bednar, the play that sticks out in my mind is the breakaway where Knudsen just waltzes. I mean, nice play and waltzes in.
Yeah, I mean, Knudsen's as good of a player as there is in this league. He's a senior. He's a scorer in a 4-2 game, and Ryan shuts him down. I mean, that's what we expect from him, and I think that's what he expects from himself. I really do. I don't. We're not fighting each other. We're on absolutely the same page. I want Ryan to be great. I want Eric to be great. And Ryan took advantage of an opportunity tonight, so good for him.
You mentioned Sam Craig. So you talk about the value of Lucas scoring, and I mean, not just once, but twice, pretty much right on one on top of the other.
Lucas is one of those guys that, up until today, arguably has been our best player. Now, the last 2 games, John, he hasn't been the same Lucas Craigs, and he was somebody that I may have brought that up earlier today to him. And he's a proud young guy, and he plays the game the way we want to play it, absolutely all the time. But the last couple of days, he hasn't had his leg. The last couple of games. So what he was doing was he wanted to get back to the level that he set for himself, and we want to play the game fast and north and hard, and that's what Lucas Craigs does. To see him get rewarded, I think he's got sneaky ability around the other team's net, and that's something we know, and I think it's just going to continue to show itself as he continues to get comfortable at this level and gains more confidence and so on. But to us, he's a valuable player and has been.
When you guys had the 4-0 lead, we saw a few weeks back when you had a big lead and kind of stepped off the gas against Michigan State. I know Minnesota State scored twice, and obviously your only goal was empty net, but it didn't feel like you guys stepped off the gas. Did you feel you did or no?
No, I mean, I felt like from 4-0 to the end of the second probably wasn't ideal, but I thought the third was pretty good. Other than a play here, a play there, and where I thought Michigan State took it to us for the last whatever, we we dug in tonight and kept playing, kept defending, kept going north. We always want to do things better. That shift where they scored their first goal, when it was a scramble in front of our net, it was just a really poor shift on our part. But full marks to them. I mean, that's their top guys. Brickley on the back end, keeping pucks in. Those two seniors up front doing what they do, and it ends up in the net. And then, you know, the power play goal, we took a penalty, right? So they scored pretty much back to back. We had the puck on our stick and couldn't get it out. So it wasn't kind of just hold on for dear lifetime. I thought we were doing a good job. I agree with you. I'm with you.
It's more marks to them than
yes, during a stretch, which we knew they weren't going away.
Yeah.
You don't get to where they get or where they've gotten and just go away when the score is 4-0. Sure. They're a proud bunch and they fought hard. But I think the third period we played well.
Would you talk about your PK because you put it to full effect and you
well again when the guys that are on the PK most of the time are guys that have been around a little bit and guys that were on it last year, and we were 3 for 6 last night. We you know, they were 50% in their power play last night. Our penalty kill arguably lost us the game. Arguably, it didn't, but you could make an argument for that. And tonight they responded, and we did what we wanted to do. We stuck to a game plan. We executed the best we could. Yeah, we gave up one. You give them 8 opportunities. We've got to be way more disciplined than that. But the question was about the penalty kill. I think it started with Ryan Bednard as our best penalty killer, and then after that, we had 4 guys out there every time on the same page, doing things the way we want to do them.
Yeah, against a team that's going to just
really
kill
good.
people on the.
If you give them 8 opportunities, you're playing with fire.
Yes.
100%.
And with the goaltending, now that both goaltenders had at least a couple games. What have you seen from them? And
I've seen 2 guys, Zane, that are capable of being number 1 guys, and that's what we want to have. I've said that from the beginning. I'd like to have a 1 and a 1. You look at Minnesota State. Last night was 37. Tonight was 39. They want to have 2 guys getting the job done. We do too, and we believe that what we've seen from them is proof that they're both capable. Now we have to execute it all the time, and I'd like it to be one guy plays one night, the other guy plays the other night, and their task is to win a game that weekend. They don't have to put the team on their shoulders, win one game every weekend. Is that what's going to happen? I don't know. But what I've seen to this point with our goaltending, like we thought, was 2 guys that are very capable.
Anything else? Questions for Max Johnson?
How did you guys think you responded after last night's game tonight?
Oh, better than ever. We did not play our game last night. It was a tough game. Our kill was awful. Power play we didn't convert. And just seeing today's game, we did everything right. We were hard on pucks. We stick on puck body, and it was just a way better game in my opinion, and I think coach's opinion too.
Did you guys talk, Max, about amongst yourselves about a better performance, better effort? I mean, was that discussion points, or just everybody just picked it up?
Oh yeah, we knew coming into the game tonight that we needed to fix something because we couldn't have that happen again, and that was just the mentality from this morning in pre-skate was just do better than that, just do better than last night, and just play our game, just play BG hockey, and I think that's what we did tonight.
And how were you able to score your first goal? And how good does it feel to get that done?
Oh, I just sitting in front on the power play, and Alec Rauhauser made a good play and shot it on net, and I luckily got my stick there. And it was a special moment for me because my parents and my family are here from Minnesota, so just to have them here and see my first goal was definitely special for me.
Did you have it scripted out? Did you be leading the team in points?
I did not. I thought it was just going to be kind of just a role player, just hitting, making some plays. But luckily I got Cam right and guys who can finish on my line, so that was definitely a benefit to have them on my line to give me some points.
It seems like freshmen as a whole, there hasn't been much of a learning curve for you guys transitioning to the college game. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, it was. I mean, from the beginning, it was super hard. Like the first game against Laurier was definitely a pace pace factor coming from juniors and more physicality. And then as games went on and we played Western Michigan, we kind of got into the swing of things and just kind of got prone to being hit and just having enough space with the puck and just kind of getting comfortable with the puck.
Can you talk about the value of the 2 goals by Lucas? I mean, especially, it's one thing to take a lead, but to have him score twice, basically right on top of one another, I would assume that's a gigantic emotional.
Oh yeah, that got us momentum in the game, and if it wasn't for that, we still played a good game, but that was what pushed us over the edge. That's what got us going, and it's sad to see him get off the ice so he couldn't finish his hat trick, but that was the turning point of the game.
I would think that for you guys, you had come out and despite the penalties, it kind of found another level. Getting that reward had to be a big deal. You see what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
You guys have played well, and now you get 2 goals to show for it.
Yeah, that was big. We needed goals, especially after yesterday. We didn't get shots on, and we felt like we weren't putting enough pucks at the net. And now after those 2 goals, it really made us realize that we're a good team, and we need to put pucks on the net to score some goals. So that was big on his part.
Anything else? Thanks, Max.
Thank you.
Thank you.